Hello and welcome back. A new builder for Corrupted Dungeons Guides. It's a one-handed fire. This is the build automatically. How much potions exactly I get with me. Usually you need to put like a target, how much you want to stay inside. I don't overcharge instead, like except if I need to. But that's up to you. If you want to overcharge it always, it's much better to die while you're overcharged. Like actually try it better than dying while the OC is just inside your inventory doing nothing. So that's exactly how I do it. Poison bots is just for mobs. PvEing, when I PvE, I go with this skills. When I'm PvP, the standard, I go with third Q, wall of flames, and last passive. Depends on what am I against. I switch. You can use either Avalonian pork omelette, or eel stew. I like the Avalonian pork omelette more, but I did try the eel stew. You're gonna see, like, this is just the standard. You're gonna see inside the video itself against what I changed what and why. I'm gonna try to explain. Don't forget, do not play this, please. If you don't have specs, you need to actually have enough spec to play it. Otherwise, just to play Stalker, don't play Slayer. Slayer has a huge point of IP boosting. You're gonna get against 8 threes with full 120. You're gonna get like, you don't want to go Slayer with 1200 IP or 1250 IP. That's not how you do it. You're just gonna get trained over most of times. Like, sadly, that's how it is now. You're just gonna play against a lot of people whose IP posting inside CDs, which is understandable. It's part of the game. They have the money, they have the fame, they can do it. If you can't, just stick on Slayer and Stalker until you max spec, and then at least you can be there. So we're gonna hop up and see. I'm sorry if the video is too long. It's just there was a lot of things happening. I wanted to show you. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna try to explain. Actually, there was a really good gameplays inside, and like I got to play against a decent amount of weapons, so you get to see what I changed and why and this stuff. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you always want to participate in the giveaway, if the video reaches 20 likes, there's gonna be a 1 mil giveaway. All you need to do is to make sure that you're subscribed, like the video, and leave a comment with hashtag giveaway and your in-game name. Let's go and see the video. Okay, so let's see. I started with like putting some curses I played against, in the front, because this is like one of the most common build or most highly win rate builds that people go for now. You're gonna see it a lot. That's like a normal cursed skull build, probe cursed skull, cleric cowl, mercenary jacket, and like whatever boots. Some people uses demon boots, some people uses whatever. You could see here the most important part, so I don't forget. I did see him before. I switched to artillery because he's in a cleric cowl, so he gonna always use his cleric cowl when I E. So if his ping is not amazing, or he's not like his reflexes is not superly amazing, he gonna cleric cowl before I finish my E. So all my plan right now is that I'm gonna bait him by Eing and then cancel my E when he cleric cowls and then use my artillery, which you basically gonna see it happening here. And that's a key to actually play against anything with cleric cowl. You're gonna see here I just cancelled it. He went fully for the bait cleric cowl. Even though he cancelled his cleric cowl early, I still took full advantage out of my artillery. I felt like I took 4 stacks, which made him like lose a huge amount of HP in this point. Like, you can see how much advantage that gave me on itself. And then just a cleric cowl for his cleric robe, sorry, for his what does it call? For his E mercenary jacket or whatever. And at this point it's just done. It's just about running actually. I don't know why, but you're gonna see like a lot of people trying to run it to the last 50 HP or something in this video. That's kind of funny, but it is what it is. Like, I should have fast forwarded that point. Sorry for this. By the way, of course, if you're in that position, press your E. It's a signature move, you know. Either way, that's a one-handed curse, kite build, second Q, and the snare W, and all his idea is just they're gonna E you and keep trying to make you follow him and Q you at the process. I did go for it here because I wanted to actually give him a W. I wanted to like hit him with the fire wave. By the way, I did switch to a fire wave when I saw him first time because it's much bit like what I'm not really gonna use firewall for him at all, basically. So fire wave is much better. And since he's a kite build, I don't want to use artillery. At the same time, he was on a fiend cowl. He wasn't really on a cleric robe, so I want to use artillery for that. At this point, it's just 200 HP. All I need to do is to make sure that I don't get caught to the point that like I keep just trying to follow him for no reason. I didn't queue him here because I wanted to finish it with a signature E. I don't know why, but I really like doing that. It's kinda whatever. That's another cursed build. That's first a Q build. As you can see, you always try to proc your bridgewatch cape at the beginning, so it's better. Here I did mess up my cleric robe and I somehow panicked into a cleric cowl. So all I need to do here, like I know at this point I'm losing at his second rotation, which is in a few seconds, so I have to kill him before his E procs. So that's what I did. I just went to fully kill him before his E procs, like before he comes up with his E. Okay, so that's actually a really important thing. For going against a frost, one-handed frost, since it's one of the common builds you're gonna see a bit often, you actually wanna switch your night boots to the third ability, and you wanna switch to first Q, third passive, and the fire wave. Why? You're gonna see like literally here how strong it is against frost. Like you can see we just went against. So basically as you could see here, I waited for him to use his blink first and then I used my bridgewatch. That is really important because the bridgewatch is giving me like a huge value out of his Morgana game. And as you could see, we did win the first trade. So we're just going normally, like he used his scorer robe now, so I'm using a cleric cowl for it. Not fully, but efficiently. It should have potion potted here, but I was just too comfortable that I'm gonna use my boots into an E and he dies, honestly. So that's another fire staff, one-handed fire. He's on artillery, which gives him a way more advantage than me since I'm on firewall. But at the same time, I should have cleric as at the same time, sorry, he's in guardian boots. I technically can reset this if I want, but I just didn't want to reset it because he already used his guardian boots, he used his E, he didn't make that much damage. I can't take this fight and I'm gonna beat at the end with like his second E, I'm gonna take it on my cleric cowl. So he did cleric cowl well for my first E, which is good, but I already kited him a lot with Qs, which giving me a lot of advantage, and then he's in first Q, so when he get to the stance that like we're already fighting here, I'm using my bridgewatch to minimize his damage. You can see he's barely doing any damage according to what he's taking from me. At the same time, I cleric out his E, so it's pretty much done by here. So of course finish it with an E, you don't need to finish it with a Q. So that's another wildfire. Wildfire is pretty still decent. You're gonna see it getting used. As you could see here, I procced my bridgewatch. I didn't mean to. That's why I queued into Adapting to put him inside again, but it didn't give me any value, so that was a really bad bridgewatch from me. He did soldier hell my E correctly. I did cleric probe here just for damage for my third Q, for my like big Q since the Q stacks up. At the same time, it did give me a lot of advantage, as you could see, because I didn't take damage from his Q and he took a third Q with extra damage. So, of course, we're gonna just sit there cultist strobing. So, I can get a free E here into a few Qs. And like that, it's done. Amazing 1 mil fame. A guy was kinda IP boosted. Even though, if you noticed at the last fight, even though he was 8-1, like 7-2, I didn't really overcharge because I was pretty comfortable with myself there and his build and my build. But honestly, if you see someone with higher IB than you should probably overcharge just to make sure that like the fight is even. So for That's a one-handed spear build. It's a really common build currently. It's a leather jacket on reflector infernal shield, and it's a cultist cowl, night boots with a taproot and one-handed spear. As you could see here, like I knew that I'm in a bad position, like so I used my lava against him. I knew he gonna E me, so he's just gonna switch position and I'm gonna firewall him to like keep him trapped there. It went in a perfect advantage that in the current situation the lava was coming from that side, so my firewall forced him to get inside the lava, which is amazing for me, and he died to a bat, I think, which is pretty bad. I wish he didn't, but at that point it's just about landing one Q to me. At the same time, he was gonna get down to mobs either way if we continue running at that point, since mobs are all around. That cleric cowl was really bad. I'm not gonna lie, that's why I cleric robed immediately. You can always cleric robe into his reflect, it doesn't matter, you're not gonna take damage out of it. And then he's pretty much in a big advantage here, so I have to like use a trap. You really have to always remember use traps if you're using firewall. It is amazing. And then I baited his W, his reflect, and actually used my E at the end. The moment you see yourself getting baited, stop your reflect and start attacking, because it doesn't matter. I already like cancelled my E. Just get value out of the time. Like don't waste it for no reason. Mainly because sometimes they drop a stack just because they are continuing the reflect for no reason. Of another one of the famous spells. This time this guy's on a royal jacket. Mostly they go with any jacket with infernal, but some people likes to play the royal jacket actually. Some people plays it with a specter jacket. It's just like the jacket is mainly for actually clearing the mobs more than anything else. That cleric robe was so bad, but at this point it's kinda done. I wanted to kill him with the E, but didn't really happen. Let's see. That's a disc giver. I knew he was a disc giver on second W, or like on the stun W. That's why I was getting away. At the same time, that's why I switched from firewall to fire wave, because I'm gonna take more value out of the fire wave. At the same time, you can see whenever he's getting 3 stacks, I'm making sure that to keep my distance away from him, even though if I'm in a huge advantage, just because never underestimate a disc giver. Disc giver is still one of the most powerful weapons. Here, honestly, I have no idea how he didn't get pop. Like, we never see it, the stun finished, everything finished, he had nothing, he was supposed to get popped. I don't get it, honestly. But at that point, I just took the healing potion just in case I want to take stupid risks for no reason. I already won that fight, so like it's fine to waste an 11k to make sure that like nothing goes wrong. So that's a warbow. He caught me going out of mobs, so I was already pretty low. And he is in push Q, so that's kinda bad for me because he can cancel my E's always. So all he just needed to do is to dance there a little bit, and he literally wasted all of his skills. That's not gonna always happen, it more depends on the guy's skill. So, but you always need to try to dodge. And here is just the running simulator part of the game, of course. And he probably gonna get down by mobs. Yeah, he gonna get down by mobs. That's a brawler glove. Of course, and is in for reflect W. So it's so important when you go against a brawler glove. Whenever you see the animation of his E, you have to clear a cowl immediately. Because if you took the damage from a double Q into an E into a double Q, you're pretty much at half health already and you're already panicking. If you did, just don't panic, try to take your distance, firewall him, and trade some damage. Don't try to run it, just trade damage. So you can see I knew he finished his damage here, so that's why I'm going a bit more offensive. At the same time, my firewall gets back sooner than his. And of course, he gonna use his W if I'm gonna E, so I just baited it into a real E. It's just about some mind games that makes your game much easier, I would say. It's just about having some confidence and believe in yourself. He did use his W really early, But even though he did, whenever he gets close to me, I knew that he gonna ease. That's why I used my resi bot. There's no reason to take risk. Just use your bot. That's a claymore build. Of course, he pre-stacked, so you need to use a cleric cowl to make sure you don't take huge damage from his first E. And he is on Iron Well here, so I need to look out. But he did use his Iron Well now, so I actually can stay a bit closer. His E didn't come up yet. He got 3 stacks now. Doesn't have an Iron Well to rush into me, so he has to drop stacks. So this is his mistake for using Iron Well by this. He needed to keep it for me to like get closer, and I didn't even want to Q him just because there's no need for him to cleric robe. I can E him right away there. He can do nothing to me to prevent the E from happening. Even though that he's doing a huge damage, so I'm running. I know at this point I'm running to my lava part because I don't have my firewall yet. If my firewall comes up, I can push him through the lava, or I'm gonna force him to give me the distance that I need for this. Because my cleric cowl is not gonna come before his E. So I actually really am in trouble here. So the firewall into a lava here was perfectly good, because I was gonna die if this didn't happen. At least I needed to firewall into getting a bit of a distance, because his E is coming back before my cleric cowl. I'm almost on the threshold of dying from his E. That's a grailseeker build. As you could see, that fight was really long. I kinda got bored at that point, so that's why I put myself in this position. Always remember, if you're playing a build like a Grailseeker, Warbow, Badon Bow, any of the kite builds, don't get bored and put yourself in bad positions. So basically, if you're against a Grailseeker, switch to Night Boots, which is the third ability, because you can use it even though you're snared. At the same time, most of the damage gonna go to the shield, which saves you a huge amount of HP. So here, as you could see, I'm in a really bad position, but for some weird reason he got greedy, thinking that I'm gonna get greedy and run to him. That was a bad part from him. He should have pushed a bit like more offensively, and then he went to the slow thingy because he already started regretting the point that he didn't push me. I cleric robe because I thought he gonna stun, but the guy was actually good, so he didn't, so I had to use cleric cowl. So that was a bad part from me because I just wasted 2 defensives to actually like counter 1 engage from him. So his engage gonna come back in 15 to 20 seconds, and I don't have any defensives for that. But because of the night boots and the few Qs I landed up, I actually made it quite good trade for me. He used an assassin jacket here. Always don't fall for the assassin jacket trick from Grailseekers. So make sure you keep your eyes open, and if he disappears out of nowhere and it doesn't make sense distance wise that he took a left or right or he used boots, he definitely used his assassin jacket, and then he just killed himself 2 mobs. So always look for the trick. That's a bike build. Yeah, that's a bike build. So as you can see, it's a normal bike build. As I remember, is using roasted pyramist snapper. I would definitely tell him like use a soldier. Armor build is much better, and you could see like just one bait from my E, because I know he's gonna reflect. He used the resi bot and reflect at the same time. That's a really bad thing from him. You don't stack defensives like that. At the same time, I get a free E now on him without reflect. So I'm just taking it, but he's in Hunter Hood, so I technically got reflected too, but like, you can't really counter everything. So at this point, I'm getting really, like, it's really bad for me because his basic attacks is like way stronger than my Qs. That's why I need to make distance again by using the lava. And I have firewall, so if he tries to push, I'm gonna push him back to lava. So always remember, one of your biggest defensives is the boots itself. You need to boots yourself out. You're really strong if you have distance between both of you. Like in melee to melee attack, you're not a melee, you're a ranged. So use your range, kite a bit. And here, as I remember, we both gonna get trapped to that mob. It's kinda sad, honestly. I did firewall him for no reason here. I should have looked more for the mob. But either way, I cleric robbed into an E. I had a huge more advantage than him. I shouldn't have used my cleric cowl early here, like took out from it early because the Q went to his cleric robe. I kinda got it really close for myself for no reason. I almost killed myself there from just wanting to finish it fast. As you can see, that's another frost staff, same build. You can see we switch it to first Q, third passive, we switch it to night boots, and he's getting totally demolished. So all you need to do is to switch. Here he's just gonna keep running. I'm gonna fast forward a bit. And he even tried like to stop fighting me and just try to break the crystals. That's a caster, old build. He used Hunter Hood for no reason. That's really bad on his part. I missed my W. That's really bad on my part. Of course, you need to cleric cowl his E. It's too important. The silence doesn't really work inside the cleric cowl, so I don't know why did he do that. Honestly, was it a miss? Calculation, I don't know. He used his Giga Boots, that's why I ran away. I missed another W, it's really bad. Cleric rope into an E, which is totally normal. You just need to always remember, don't stack your defensive. Use distance better than stacking your defensives. So as you could see here, I don't have any defensives left, but neither does he. At the same time, whenever he's gonna try to dab, like silence me, I have my W, so I need to make the distance closer, so I just kill him. I don't know why my game FPS dropped there, but it is what it is. Oh, it didn't FPS drop, the recording finished. So I wish you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, I'm sorry if the video is too long. I just wanted to explain with more variety of weapons. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like if you do. If you want to join the giveaway, make sure you did that too, and add a comment with hashtag giveaway and your in-game name. Tell me if you have any suggestions about any new builds or anything else you guys want to see. And hope I see you in the next video. Peace out.